And we're back. I'm here to continue on the subject of free will. I think right now in the world, I think we're all being called to something, and maybe this can help your perspective of what's going on. So we have no free will or choice over what happens to us, whether it be this virus that's kind of shutting down the whole world right now, or if you get fired from your job, or you accidentally injure yourself, chas v'sholem, we have no free will over what happens to us. But as I tried to kind of explain in last video, we do have free will over how we decide to perceive it. So for example, I can have a friend come over to me and start yelling at me, and I don't have control over that situation, but I do have free will over where my center is and how I decide to perceive the situation and how I decide to respond. So what comes in and what comes into our state, we have no control over, and that's okay. I think the beautiful thing about life is completely surrendering to that and being like, anything could happen to me, but what we do have control over is our mind. We have control over our perception, which is in Judaism called our da'as, which I'll speak about more, God willing, in another video. And with all of this happening, what's being called of us right now, right? The coronavirus has not just taken over a country, it's taken over the entire world. This has never happened. I mean, this is like a new paradigm I think we're all entering. I think everyone can feel it. And we're being told to go into our homes, to stop working, to stop escaping externally, to stop, going to work or going to the bar or whatever you do to escape your reality. And we have to go to our homes, and we're quarantining ourselves. And, God, the universe, spirit, whatever name you love to give to the eternal, universal energy that binds us all together, what's this energy calling us to do? To go in. To mamish, really just go into ourselves and say, what am I normally escaping from? Even work is a positive thing. We need to make money and support ourselves, but am I going to work to escape my problems? And do I come home and just avoid everything? Or how do I sit with myself? Whether we're sitting at home with our loved ones, or even if we're sitting at home alone, can I sit with myself and be alone without being lonely? Can I be by myself with my emotions and with my happiness or my sadness or my anger, maybe my resentment or trauma, and can I really go into myself and sit with myself, and am I okay there? And if I'm not okay there, why? This is a beautiful time to ask yourself, when I go in and I am alone or I'm around my family, what am I normally trying to avoid by going outside of myself? And how do I go more inside? And what do we do with this space? Can we really, really sit with ourselves and be happy? And even in the moments that we're not, even the moments when we do feel lonely and we feel a little bit sad and we're dealing with emotions that don't necessarily feel good, which I think this whole world is experiencing right now, a whole paradigm of what are we really doing with our time, and are we really happy being in this body and on this planet? What do we do with ourselves? What do I like to do for fun? I've never tried art before. Maybe this is a good time to try to express myself that way. Explore different parts of yourself. We can't affect this. We can't change this coronavirus. We can't change what's happening, but we can decide. We have complete free choice over what we decide to do with this time and with this space and with ourselves. And I think that's the ultimate blessing we've been given, is that whatever happens around us, we have to have this faith and this trust that it is for our ultimate good. Gamzu Latova is one of my favorite things to say from Nahum Ish Gamzu. Gamzu Latova, everything is for the good. Everything is for the good. Can we really believe that? That some of my greatest traumas in my life, at least for me, I can sit here today and I can really thank God for giving me everything that came my way. The times where I was literally mamish in the bottom of a pit, in the most dark place I've ever been in my mind, I wouldn't be who I am sitting in front of you today without that experience. And I think healing really comes from a space of I can look at every single negative, dark part of my life and I can transform it in the present moment to be, in my perspective now, a gift. Really a gift. It has made me who I am today, and I may not fully understand why it even happened to me, but I would not be the beautiful, loving person I am today without all of this that has happened. So I give you the bracha that we can really take this time to come into ourselves, that you can really take this time to come into yourself and love yourself, and go in and ask yourself, what is keeping me from being happy? And can I work through that? Can I reach out to someone and maybe help them and be there for them? Maybe an older relative or friend is at home alone, and maybe you can reach out to them and give that helping hand to someone. Or be by yourself and say, well, I've never tried to play an instrument or do art or whatever it is. Use this time wisely. This time is so precious. Literally the whole world is shut down and it's saying, have fun, play. This is time to play. And I know there's a lot of darkness in the world right now, but you can be a light. You can be a light to yourself and to your family and to your friends and to your loved ones, even just by asking someone how they're doing and be there on the phone with them for 15 minutes. So I love you, and let's try to use this time wisely and use it really presently and really find ourselves in this infinite, eternal, unfolding present moment.